to the captain's meeting quickly. You can probably hear us out there anyhow. Welcome to the 36th annual Ocean City Tuna Tournament. I'm very happy to say we have 74 boats competing for $981,570. I like your odds. Run through some thank yous first. Thank you to Rolf Kudelski and Hunter Dortenzo, the entire staff at the Fishing Center. This is more than a notion to put this event on. And, you know, we were as disappointed as everybody else as far as the weather forecast, but we're very grateful that you guys hung in there, and we're looking forward to a very exciting event. Thank you to our scale staff, Mike Peak, Coconut Hedges, and Barbara Glinka. Our scoring specialist, Jessica Polmeyer. Jessica's been doing this for years. We're very grateful. She's awesome at her job. The volunteers that help us pull this event off, thank you to everyone. This event wouldn't be possible without them. Our sponsors. Title sponsors Hook Performance Gear and Costa Sunglasses. Both have been with us for a very long time. We're very grateful for their support. Twisted Tea and Dogfish Head. Avon Dixon Insurance. Squid Nation. Carter Machinery, your local Caterpillar dealer. The U.S. Army. Thank you to the U.S. Army. Your tax dollars at work right here. PYY Marine, your Jupiter, Yellowfin, and Cape Horn dealer. They're a new sponsor this year. We're very grateful for the support from PYY. Blue Water Development and Short Point, Blue Water Bungalows and Marina. We're very grateful for the support from Blue Water. The Mortgage Link. Thank you to the Mortgage Link. They were set up here earlier, I think. Cato Gas and Oil, also a very long-term sponsor. Blue Water Yacht Sales, Viking, Valhalla Regulator, and Jarrett Bay dealer locally. Thank you to Blue Water. Bait Masters Baits, Patron Tequila, and Grey Goose Vodka. AFW Fishing Brands and High Sea Lines. Intrinsic Yacht and Ship, your Invincible Hatteras and Cabo dealer. Park Place Jewelers. Thank you to Jill and Todd at Park Place. They're a longtime sponsor as well, and they supply the ladies' prizes. If you get a chance to support Park Place, they'll be here all weekend. Atlantic Tackle. Atlantic is generous enough to supply a $5,000 gift card that every entrant is eligible. Base entry, you're eligible for that $5,000 gift card to Atlantic. Yeti Coolers. Yeti's also a long-term sponsor, and it supplies wonderful prizes to us for the winners of the event. Media sponsors, Hooked on OC. Dave and his crew will be here all weekend. They do an amazing job. This event will be streamed. The weigh-ins will be live streamed, so your friends and family can check you out at the scales, even if they're not local. Cabin Fever Communications. Harry puts together the Fish On magazine for us, which I think is an outstanding representation of fishing in Ocean City. Thank you to Mickey Fins, Darren and his crew for putting together the food and drinks for the weekend. Now we'll move on to tournament rules and added entry clarifications. So first off, the alternate scales at sunset for stringer fish only will be open for Friday and Saturday only, and that is for stringer fish only again. No lady anglerfish, no junior anglerfish, no trophy fish. The spirit of opening that up is to save you from waiting in line for a couple hours if you have something that you think may help score for the next day of fishing. Boat size Calcuttas, levels D, E, and F, they're all based on manufacturer lengths. We're not getting out tape measures here. It's the manufacturer's length. You can play up in the length categories, but you can't play down, and you can only enter in one level. And if anybody attempted to do that should have been corrected at registration. Added entries, levels D, E, F, I, J, and K. You can only win one side of those added entries. So you can either win the single heaviest fish or the stringer side, not both. If there's a situation where you would qualify for both, you will automatically win on the single heaviest fish. Assuming those prizes are equal, you would win on the single heaviest fish, and that somebody else down the line would bump up to the next level. Levels G and H, which are the pro jackpot winner take all for single heaviest and for stringer fish, those are pro levels, and you can win both of those levels. The charity split. This year, the charity split is benefiting the Marlins for Mason. It's a billfish tournament that will be occurring in August. And this event is to catch a cure for Dravet syndrome. Dravet, yeah, we're working on that. The tournament channel is 19. Lay day, the lay days are in person at the Ocean City Fishing Center by 10 a.m. Fishing days, when you have wet a line for the day, you have declared one of your 2 days of fishing. Departure times, you may depart Ocean City Inlet or Indian River Inlet, but you cannot pass the sea buoy prior to 2:30 a.m. Fishing hours, lines in at 7 a.m., lines out at 3 p.m. If you are hooked up at lines out, you may fight that fish until boated or lost. All boats must reach the Ocean City Junction buoy, the red and green buoy at the split in the channel out here, prior to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, at 7 p.m. on Sunday. There will be a committee boat, a Invincible provided by Intrinsic Yacht and Ship that'll be there to verify your arrival and check in. And from that moment, you have 30 minutes to make it to the scales. Scales are open from 4 to 8 Friday and Saturday, 4 to 7 on Sunday. Fish may be trucked to the scales here at the fishing center. So if you're fishing in another property locally, you may bring the fish over by truck. There'll be a lot attendant up at the corner. Just let them know that you're bringing a fish to the scales, and they will direct you to the offload area. Fishing boundaries. We're 100 miles from the OC sea buoy. No exceptions. You can't fish over the fence. Daily payouts. We pay your day one against everyone else's day one. If you fish Friday as your first day, but another entrant fishes on Saturday as their first day, that's their day one against your day one. The on-the-board reward payouts. Pay first, second, and third for heaviest single fish or stringer weight. So you get a share of whatever that eligible prize money is for each of the 3 days, depending on how many boats are in that Calcutta for that day. You may fish up to 6 anglers per boat. Captain and mate can be part of those 6. Hook in hand for the other. If you have 6 anglers, captain and mate may hook in hand to those anglers. Passing the rod from angler to angler is permissible. You may fight the fish from a rod holder. There is no rod limit. Electric reels are acceptable for hookless lines only. Everyone is fishing recreational bluefin rules. So the charter boats do not get to boat their extra fish. You're allowed 2 fish, 27 to 47, if you're fortunate enough to find one. And 1, 47 to 73. We cannot score any giants in this season. There's no culling of the bluefin. You may measure the fish in any way suitable, but if you put a gaff in the fish or damage the fish in any way, it's your fish. We're fishing a 30-pound minimum for tuna and a 20-pound minimum for dolphin or wahoo. The weigh-in procedure, you're allowed one weigh opportunity per day. And for anyone weighing fish over at Sunset as a stringer fish, this means anything weighed there is going to be scored as a stringer. So if you have any fish that could qualify as a trophy fish, do not weigh any fish at Sunset. Bring them over to the fishing center. The tournament will weigh any fish that may be questionable in size to qualify or pre-qualify those fish. If a fish presented does not make weight, you do have the opportunity to present another fish to pre-qualify. As you arrive at the scales, you choose your single largest fish for that day. We weigh that fish first, then you may add up to 4 other qualifying tuna to make your stringer. Stringer weight for the scoring of the Calcuttas is a 2-day total with the exception of the dailies. If you are fortunate enough to be a winner in the tournament reserves the right to polygraph anyone on the boat. A successful polygraph is necessary to collect your dough. All participants are assumed to have necessary permits, licenses, and registration. Lack of these documents shall not be grounds for a protest. The Ocean City Tuna Tournament is not the permit police. The list of no's: no live bait, chumming, chunking, gang hooks, green sticks, danglers, wire line, wire leaders, kites, dart gas, harpoons, or lance gas. And no use of the omnidirectional sonar prior to lines in. Leader lengths are at the captain's discretion, and a hook in a spreader bar or a dredge is allowed. In the event that you're weighing a junior or lady angler fish, you must identify your trophy fish first. So if you have 3 fish on the dock that are similar in sizes, you got to choose which one of those is your trophy fish, and that will remain your trophy fish regardless of what the weight is for the lady or junior fish. Last thing, finally, if you're fishing any season-long tournament where their rules may not align with our rules, for example, passing the rod or fishing out of a rod holder, we suggest you consult those rules and if you'd like your fish to qualify for both events. We thank everybody for participating. See you at the scales, and good luck on your weekend.